What is happening, guys? Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about one of the most important pieces in any man's wardrobe, anybody's wardrobe in my opinion, the plain black tee. I've got 3 brands lined up, and by the end of this video I will try my best to crown a winner that then moves on to the next round, which we're going to compare to another brand to try to keep this going in kind of a war of the plain black tees, if you will. And I'm sure it's the same for you, but plain black t-shirts are honestly one of my favorite things to wear. I wear them constantly. Honestly, if it wouldn't freak people out, I'd probably just make it a uniform and wear one every day. I've got plenty in my drawer. I've got an entire drawer full of plain black and white t-shirts, but the real question is who makes the best one? There is so many out there. If you start Googling plain black tees, you're gonna see an endless list of vendors and brands and opinions and Facebook ads and all types of stuff about, you know, buy my t-shirt, this one's better, this fabric, this cut, this price. And speaking of brands and prices and all that, I do want to put a quick note here that none of these shirt brands are sponsoring the video. None of the shirt brands I'm talking about today sponsored this video. I actually bought all of the shirts myself, and really the brands I'm talking about don't even know I exist. The format though that I'm going to be working with is actually very easy. I'm going to compare 3 black tees from 3 different brands. I'm going to share my thoughts on each. I'm going to declare a winner, and then that winner will go on to face another brand in the next video. That all being said, today's 3 contestants are Bylt Basics, Wohven, and Fresh Clean Threads. And we're gonna go ahead and kick things off with Wohven, which is a brand that I found about a year ago through their monthly subscription service. What they do is they actually send you a shirt every month designed by an up-and-coming artist. I also noticed that on their site, they sell blanks, just plain, you know, solid colored t-shirts. So I actually picked up, over the past year, I've picked up a few in both large and medium. The pricing for these really isn't bad. It's about 45 bucks for a 3-pack, which comes out to $15 a shirt. It's actually not really bad. It's a fair deal, I think, not bad at all. The one I am showing you right here though is a medium. And just so you know, all the shirts I'm gonna show you today are mediums for consistency's sake. You can see with this one particular though, it runs a little tight. It's more of a fitted cut. Compared to the others, this one actually feels closer to like a medium small than a true medium, and you'll see what I'm talking about as we look at the other shirts. Fabric on it though, I happen to like. It's nice and soft. The collar is also snug without being too wide. The arms and the waist are nicely tailored. Overall, I think this is a really nice shirt. I just wish the sizing leaned more towards a standard medium. Now though, before we move on to shirt number 2, let's talk about something very important that directly ties into style. So you can wear the best fitting t-shirt in the world, you know, the perfect cut, perfect color, perfect tailoring, perfect fabric. But if the rest of your outfit doesn't keep up, just one small detail can ruin the entire thing. And what's the most overlooked detail? The belt. That's why I'm excited to have Anson Belt and Buckle as the sponsor of today's video. You see, most guys are still wearing belts with stretched out holes that either pinch your waist or sag all the way down and mess up your outfit. Anson completely reinvented how belts should work. They use a micro adjustable track system with 1/4-inch increments, which means your belt fits perfectly every single time. And trust me, once you feel that kind of fit and comfort, you will never go back to a regular belt. And the best part, you can mix and match any buckle with any strap. That way, instead of buying a dozen belts that clutter up your closet, you always have a belt that matches your outfit. Whether you're keeping it casual like a t-shirt from today's video, or you're dressing it up for work or a nice outing. And because Anson is sponsoring today's video, when you click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the side of the screen there, you'll get an exclusive deal. Build a box set now and you'll get 2 bonus pieces, a buckle and a strap, completely free. That's 3 buckles, 3 straps, which can be mixed and matched into 9 unique belt combinations, all inside one box. It's a fantastic deal that you won't find anywhere else, so click the link, build your set, upgrade your belt game today. All right, now though, let's talk about Bylt Basics. This one's a pretty well-known brand online, so I won't spend a ton of time introducing them. I'm sure all of you have heard of them. This is actually my first interaction. I just bought this one. This one cost me $45, which is definitely on the pricey side. That being said though, the shirt feels premium. The fabric is a little thicker and more structured, but not overly heavy. The cut is also solid overall. My only 2 critiques on this one: I do think the collar is a bit looser than I'd like, and sometimes I think the fit in the midsection looks a little boxy. I do think the silhouette is overall flattering though, and it definitely does feel like a higher end piece. Moving to our last contestant now, we've got Fresh Clean Threads. This is another new brand for me. I just bought this shirt specifically for this video. I hadn't seen much about them. I had seen a few ads like on Facebook and YouTube, but I hadn't bought anything until I decided to do this video. So I picked up one of their black tees to test. This one cost me 23 bucks, though I do want to mention that they offer a bunch bundles and packs to save money on that. Fit-wise, this is a true medium. The fabric is nice and soft, the collar is nicely fitted. The only drawback for me is the sleeves. I do prefer them to be a bit more fitted, a bit more snug. You can see here there's just a little bit of extra fabric on the arms that kind of flaps around. But other than that, it checks all the boxes for me. All right, that all being said, we've looked at all the shirts now. How do we pick a winner? If we are talking strictly value for money, Fresh Clean Threads is a clear front runner. It's a clear winner to me. Woven is a little bit cheaper at $15 a shirt. I think their sizing is a bit too inconsistent for them to kind of top Fresh Clean Threads in this comparison. And on top of that, Fresh Clean Threads gives you a better shirt with more consistent sizing for only $8 more. I think this makes it the smarter buy. If we're talking quality though, and not just value for money, that's a completely different story to me. I'm kind of looking at now at two different things. If you're looking at quality and what you're getting, if we're looking at value, Fresh Clean Threads is a clear winner here. If we're looking at quality though, if we're wanting to go which just straight up who made the best shirt, Bylt Basics takes the cake for me. Yes, Bylt Basics is more expensive, but it's also just a better quality shirt. The fabric, the structure, the overall look, it just feels like an upgrade to me. So here's what I'm gonna say. If you're shopping for value, getting a good shirt for a great value, go with Fresh Clean Threads. If you are looking for something that is the best quality and you want to upgrade your current black tee, go with Bylt Basics, at least for this competition for today's video. That's going to be it. I'm actually going to say Bylt Basics is what's going to go on to the next video where I will put it head to head with True Classic to see which one is the best out of those two. That's pretty much it though. I want to congratulate Bylt Basics for winning this video. Again, they have no idea who I am, but congrats anyway. And again, we're gonna have another video very soon where I'll compare it to True Classic, but in the meantime, I wanna hear from you. Have you tried any of these brands? Are there brands I'm missing out there that I need to test in future content? Drop it in the comments, shoot me a message, whatever you wanna do. I'm always on the hunt for a great black tee. Don't forget to do the big three for me: like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks so much for hanging out with me and checking these out today. Take it easy. I'll see you next time.